Afternoon, fellas. So Arun is here on his Himalayan, and there's the Fuel X Pro. So this is an auto programmer, fuel programmer, fuel commander. You could call it whatever you want. There's no ignition play in this. You cannot advance or retard the ignition, but all you can do is just play with, increments of fuel. So you can add more fuel to the air-fuel ratio and thereby try and find that right state of tune for each riding condition. Okay, so a little bit of dielectric grease on all the connectors to make it waterproof. Of course, there is a rubber boot, but this is just to be doubly sure. Now that makes it a permanent seal. Yep, so another easy installation of the Fuel X Pro. Straightforward, as straightforward as it gets. The lambda sensor and its connectors, a male and a female. From there you pull the wires of the Fuel X Pro. That is, you swap the male and female of the lambda with that of the Fuel X Pro, and then you pull it straight to one big connector here. So this wiring harness is one connector to two connectors, and then you have another fellow coming in from here. So that's the switch unit, the map switch unit. So you can increase and decrease fuel percentage or fuel trim happens over here, and then that kind of runs like that, a big wire, big bunch of wires to another connector over here. So the ECU or the piggyback or the fueling module has a wire that comes out as two connectors. One connector goes to the lambda sensor and one connector goes to the switch. Straightforward, simple, easy installation. 1/10 the complication of that of the Powertronic ECU. But yeah, for people who understand the benefits of a Powertronic ECU, which allows you to play with the ignition, you will definitely want to go in for the Powertronic. Otherwise, for people who just want to increase the fueling percentage of the stock fuel maps, the Fuel X Pro ought to do it for you. I have no personal experience with this particular unit. Only people all over the net praising it for what it does to the machine, but I have not had a single fellow who's installed it come to me, and I've not tried a motorcycle yet. So this is going to be the first, and it's Arun's motorcycle, so I'll have plenty of time to understand how this works and to give you guys a proper feedback on whether or not to go ahead and purchase this. Is it worth the million-dollar question? Is it worth it? But again, the module, two wires, two connectors. One connector goes to a male and a female oxygen sensor. One connector goes to the switch positioned on the handlebar. Job as easy as that. Yep, so all installed. The only additional bit that I've done is to take up the excess in the wire, kind of make it into a loop and run a zip tie on it. That was just the only other thing that we've not discussed. As far as running this particular unit, that is the module and the wire that comes underneath from over here, all you need to do is just kind of press on the plastic here. This is a plastic mud guard. Press on it so that you have enough clearance between this particular section of the subframe and the couplers, so that the couplers can move in easily. And all you need to do is just pull it out of there, and then all these connectors and couplers rest here. The wire loops around, and zip tag to take care of the excess. Apart from that, running the wire through the frame like that from this side and from this side. So the lambda sensor wire comes in from here. The switch wire comes in from the other side of the frame. And yeah, putting the tank back on is not a joke. Pretty difficult a task. Now for the moment of truth, whether this will kick in. Arun, you can try the bike on. Twice, thrice of priming the fuel pump is always advisable when you pull out the fuel pump and then you put it back in. There you go. To see which map this particular FuelX module is running, you need to count the number of okay, maybe you could go one step rich, Arun, and we'll just see. So he's pressed it once, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so what this says is the stock map is at 3. That is if the light here lights up 3 times, then you know that you are at stock level. That is stock fuel map. And then if you want to reduce the fuel percentage, you can press on the -1s and it goes to a leaner air fuel mixture. You want to increase fuel percentage, you press on the plus and it adds fuel percentage. So we move till 10. We've kind of tuned this, we've pressed this at least 10 times so that we know that we are in the 10th fuel map, and that is the cap, no more. So we've kind of maxed it out. We're going to be trying the most richest setting for some time and see how this vehicle performs, and then maybe from there we'll go step by step lower until we reach a point where the vehicle doesn't heat up, no stalling, no hiccups, and also a decent fuel mileage. So I'm looking at somewhere around 25 to 28 as an average, that being a very good healthy fuel mileage for this particular motorcycle. It's a 411cc single cylinder, and that is all that you should expect if you have the right air fuel mixture. And that sums it up for the day. FuelX powered Himalayan. If you guys like this video, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel and keep supporting the channel, and I shall see you guys on another one. Ciao.